ERP tools I have worked on for 1 year.
Okay. So can you brief your day-to-day activities?
So currently I'm working with the L&T Infotech, and my day-to-day activities like we have the Datadog monitoring tool. So we monitor like I handle the more than 100 servers and approximately 50 production servers in that. So we have Datadog monitoring tool. So we used to monitor the all the servers from there, and the issues which we faced, like log file full, temdb full, data file full, or drive got full, or blocking, deadlocks, any job is getting failed due to any reasons, like there are application jobs as well. So if we get any application job failure, then we have to inform the application team that this job is getting failed, or login failure issues. So these are the L1 kind of work come. And also we use the Snow service now ticketing tool. So through the ticketing tool we get the tickets like creation of a new database, or creation of any particular job, creation of logins. So we handle the financial data. So only we create a job, only we give the permission on object level. We do not give permission directly on the database level. So mostly we prefer to give the permission on object level, unless and until it is very much required for the user to get access on the database level. Like, okay, and apart from that, like any slowness issue, your user get create a ticket for that. So we work on those these kind of issues.
Okay. So let's go through your resume. Just you have worked on that high level, high availability replication, mirroring, and clustering. So what can you define difference between log shipping and mirroring?
Log shipping and mirroring. The major difference is that is in the log shipping we can like if we configure the database in standby, then we can read it from secondary. But in
Mm-hmm.
mirroring that is not possible. Okay, and
Okay.
okay, this is the one of the major thing. Also, yeah. So both for both database should be in the full recovery model.
Okay.
Okay. And apart from that, okay, mirroring works on endpoint, like mirroring send data from primary to secondary through the endpoint. Okay.
Okay.
And the log shipping, like it works on the jobs. Like when we configure the log shipping, 4 jobs get created, like
Mm.
backup, copy, restore, and alert. So through this, like from primary, it take a backup and then it copy to the secondary file, a secondary folder where we have given. Then from that folder, it will get restored to the secondary. Like this way, it works. Okay. So mainly it works on agent. So if agent goes down, my log shipping will go. But in mirroring, it is not the case in mirroring. Mirroring works on endpoint. So if anything happens to the agent, mirroring will be working. Also, like in mirroring, there are 3 modes: synchronous, and mainly 2 modes: synchronous and asynchronous. And in synchronous, there is a uh, in synchronous there is with high safety uh, is available, where we can add witness. And
Okay.
there is no synchronous and asynchronous protocols follow in log shipping. It mainly work on the jobs.
Okay. So regarding log shipping, have you seen that WARC file and TUF file and what is used?
Yes, tough file I have seen. In log shipping very long back I have done. Tough file I have seen. Tough is
Okay.
the transaction undo file.
Mm-hmm.
So when we configure the log shipping in standby mode, so
Mm-hmm.
whatever the uncommitted transaction, those information get stored into the tough file.
Okay.
So next, whenever transaction get committed, then from that tough file it goes to the secondary.
Okay. And what is the WRK file?
WRK file.
Yeah.
Uh, Currently, it's not in my mind. What
Okay.
is the WRK file?
Okay. Then replication. So what is replication and what are different type of replication in SQL Server?
Replication means the replicating the objects. Means in the replication we do. do the object level replication. So suppose there are hundreds of tables, but we only want 5 tables to be replicated to another database. So we have to select those 5 tables, and then that can be replicated there. But this I'm talking about transaction replication, and the requirement for this transaction replication is like primary key should be added. Primary key should be there in the table. Then only it will get added to the secondary. And the types of replication is the snapshot replication, merge replication, and transaction replication. These are the types of replications.
Okay. What are different type of replication agents?
Agents is like a snapshot agent, distributed distribution agent, and from subscriber publisher agent, uh, publisher subscriber, distributor subscriber, and subscriber agent is there.
Log reader and queue reader.
Yes, log reader agent, queue reader agent, right.
Okay. Let's say scenario, we have implemented always on in environment, and after somehow we need to add secondary file in principal server or primary server. So what will be your approach?
So if my primary and secondary data path is same, like suppose I have kept D data, where my 5 files are kept into the primary and D data into the secondary. So when I will add the primary, when I will add the secondary file into the primary, it will automatically reflect into the secondary. But if the paths are different on both the servers, like suppose on primary I have kept on D and then secondary it is on E drive, then that time I have to like manually add those file into the secondary. So for that I have to stop the uh, I have to remove that database from the AG. Okay, and after removing, I have to add the secondary file there. Oh, sorry. After that, I have to take again full backup, restore with no recovery, log backup, restored with no recovery, and then again I have to add that into means again I have to add that database into the AG.
Okay. Hmm. Have you heard about the RAID level?
Yes, I heard about the RAID level, but mostly it is done by the our Windows team only. But yeah, I have like heard about that. I have read
Okay.
about that.
Let's say scenario, if you have to create a new environment
Mm-hmm.
for enterprise application, and they are asking to keep a data 24 by 7 up and running. So
Mm-hmm.
what would be approach for new environment? What your strategy? Where you would like to keep your data file, log file and TempDB on uh, which RAID level?
So log file generally we kept on RAID 05. Okay, and the like data file and the TempDB should be, if the budget allows, then we can go for the 01. That is 10 RAID 10.
And what about TempDB?
TempDB also data file and TempDB, like I think TempDB we can use another RAID, but if budget allows, then we can use RAID 10, as I have read that.
Okay. But if the budget is allowed, and what is your recommendation? The best practices. What are your best practices?
Best practice means yeah, that's only I'm saying that RAID 10 is a good means performance wise RAID 10 is good. But as I said that I don't have very much knowledge about this RAIDs. I have to read it. Means I read long back, but it's not in my mind. So as I remember that RAID 10 is the best option for the data and the temp, and RAID 05 is for the log.
Okay. Have you enabled in trace flag?
Trash flag, yes. For the deadlock, we have enabled 1204 trace flag to
Okay.
capture the deadlock.
Mhm.
And apart from that, yes, and for the before means earlier than 2016, we have enabled for the TempDB. The trace flag is 1777 or some, means for the TempDB to add the data simultaneously on all the, suppose we have 4 data files, so then data should be added into all four data files means equally. For that, we have added a trace flag. I think 1888 or means that trace flag is no, I don't remember currently.
Yeah, you have worked on performance tuning, I think, the
Yeah.
troubleshooting. So
Yes.
can you name some performance counters in SQL Server?
Performance counters.
Yeah.
Performance counter. So if we are going to see, we have to check the memory, CPU, then disk read per second, disk write per second,
Mhm.
network, network IO. These are the performance counter we have to check when we are doing the troubleshooting.
Do you know about something about PLE?
PLE, page life expectancy, buffer cache
Yeah.
hit ratio. That comes into the memory only. Means when we are checking, so we have to add this. Yeah, right.
What is the Microsoft recommendation for that PLE?
Page life expectancy value should be like less than 30%, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is the recommendation from Microsoft.
Mhm. What do you mean by cache hit ratio?
Buffer cache hit ratio.
Yeah.
So it is the ratio of my data available on the buffer, means on the memory, and the data requested. It is the ratio of that. So 90% should more. It should be more than 90%. If it is less, then we have to check if the stats and all that updated properly. If my like transaction is going to check the data on the it's taking the data from the disk, so that means we have to update the statistics, rebuild the indexes. uh,
What will be your command to update statistics for a single table?
for single table, yes, we can do dbcc update stats, and then we have to give the table name.
Okay. What is MDOP?
mdoc.
Yeah. MDOP. MDOP.
Max dop. Okay.
Yeah. Max degree of parallelism.
Yes, max degree of parallelism is for the uh, CPU. Means if like 0 is the default value. Default means if we give 0, that means it will use uh, all the available cores for the transaction. And if you give the suppose we have 16 core and we are assigned max drop 10, so it will use only 10 CPU to parallelize the queries. Sometime you developer run the command with max drop, so for that query he want to use that much of CPU for the parallelism. And sometimes we also, like in the maintenance, Saturday Sunday, we also configure the job for rebuild index. Okay, so use 10 CPU for the rebuild index job, and once that job complete, again reconfigure to it to 0, like that.
So, next is do you know about the degree of parameter sniffing? What is it?
Parameter sniffing.
Yeah.
Mm, no, I need to
Query
do.
tuning, query tuning, procedure tuning.
Yes, query tuning. We can like to tune the query. There is a tool also, query in SQL SSMS, and
Mm-hmm.
we can also suppose user is saying that this query is taking lots of time to run. Earlier it was very fast. Then we can check execution plan, estimated execution plan, and the from the and the actual execution plan also we can check. And from there we can check like from where it is consuming high resource. Suppose
Mm-hmm.
there is a heap scan, means there is a no index on table, or lots of joins are there, so we will recommend like a user that here it is consuming high CPU, so it need to be tuned for that.
What is different between index seek and index scan?
Index scan means it will like it will scan the whole table. Okay. uh, And seek means it will scan on a particular condition. Yeah, some index. So people think like index scan is bad, but some for a small table index scan is faster than index seek.
What are different type of indexes in SQL Server?
Mainly there are two: cluster and non-cluster. And apart from that, the unique index, column store, and yeah, there are more. I don't know,
Okay.
unique column
What's the
store.
maximum number of index on a table?
Cluster we can create only one, and non-cluster 999 from 2008, and before that 499 or 449, something like that. But
Okay.
now we can create the 999
Okay.
non-cluster.
Okay. So next is, what is extend? Extend.
Extent is the collection of the pages. So page is 8 KB. So 8 pages collection called extent. That is 64 KB. And an extent is of two type: mixed extent and the unique extent.
Okay.
So same type of pages are stored. That is a unique extent, and the different types of pages are stored into that extent. That is called the mixed extent.
Okay. Good. Next is what are different type of pages in SQL Server?
Different types of pages means index pages there that store the information about the index.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, text or image page that store the information about the images texts. Then GAM, global allocation map, SGAM, shared global allocation map page. It stored the information about the uh, which extents are allocated to the pages and which are free. Those information are stored into the GAM SGAM page. And the DCM page, differential change map page. So this keep the information about whatever the after the full backup, whatever the changes happens, those information get stored into the DCM. So through this DCM page only, then our differential backup works. Like it takes the information, like whatever the changes happen after full backup, those are stored into DCM, and from there it takes the next backup.
Okay.
And buffer free, I think buffer free page is also there. That
DCM.
DCM is the yeah, but
DCM. DCM.
PC page free PCM mm, page
Bulk
control
change.
bulk change map page. Yeah. So yes, this that is for that. So that bulk change map page keep the track of bulk operations. And IMAP is also there. Yeah, yeah, but I don't remember all. I need to read
Text location
about.
mapping.
Yes, index location page. So
What
it
is
also
PFS?
PM
PFS.
page free space. Yes, page free space. So it checks the how much free space is available on the page, or how much space is used from the page. Just to keep the information of those kinds.
What is fill factor?
Mm, a fill factor means like how much if this is also same, like how much free space is available in the index page is like if we give 90%, then 10% will be free and 90% will be filled with that page will be filled. That is the fill factor.
Okay, what is the difference between rebuild and reorganize of indexes?
So rebuild, what rebuild do? Rebuild drop the index and recreate it. And when rebuild happens, the stats also get updated with the rebuild index stats. Okay. And reorganization means it only reorganize the data. Okay. That means suppose there are 10 records and 2 records got deleted between, so it will reorganize that and remove those free space.
Okay. What are the different type of temporary tables in SQL Server?
Temporary tables, one session wise and one is global. Hash and double hash used to do.
Any other difference?
One is like it available in session wise, means when I close the session, that table it get removed, and one is I think until that user is logged in, it available for all the sessions. So until all the session get closed, the table will be there.
Okay. Let's an scenario that the database size is about 2 TB and
Mhm.
client asking to schedule a backup for that database. So what will be your approach?
So if database size is 2 TB, so
Yeah.
my approach will be like I will create one weekly full backup. So
Mm-hmm.
like resource utilization will be good, means it will get a nice resource to full backup. Okay, and after that every day I will take a log backup. Okay, and then every 30 minutes, or it depends on client how much data he can like bear, data loss he can bear. So suppose if client is saying that okay, no, not more than 10 minutes, then I will keep the differential backup for 10, sorry, log backup for 10 every 10 minutes. Okay, and if there is a if we are saving it to the local server only, and there is a drive space issue, space crunch, then I will keep the only one log backup retention period. So retention of the my full backup will be 7 days. So in every 7 days, that old will be get deleted. Only one full backup will be available, and my differential retention period will be 6 days. So like 6 days, seventh day when my differential will run, it will get keep on deleting the old files, and the log I will keep only for 1 day, because we have the differential, so we do not need to keep the all the logs. So 1 day is enough. Like suppose anything happens, then we can like restore the um, differential backup, and after that all the logs backups, whatever happens after that, whatever like log backup happen after that, we can do that like that way.
Okay. Good. How would you like to find missing indexes in the table?
Yes, so missing indexes, there is a query, sysdm, uh, yeah, there is a dmv available, but I don't remember the dmv. So
Missing
from there,
indexes stats.
missing index stats and physical index stats, these are the we have to join, and we have to find out missing indexes. And after finding out missing indexes, we have to like coordinate with the developers, and ask them that these are the missing indexes we need to create as per suggested by the ssms microsoft tool. So first, like we should do that into the testing, then pre-prod, then we should like go for the production, because sometimes it gives but it doesn't enhance the performance. So better going to directly to the production, first check on the testing, then come to the pre-prod, because pre-prod is same as the production only. So if that is the there it enhancing the performance, then we can go to the production.
Okay. Uh, what is content DB?
Content db.
Yeah. I think you have
Content,
worked on latest version 16, 17, or 14, I think.
yes,
These are
yes, let us.
features, I think, yeah. Content DB.
Content db, no, I don't aware of this feature, content
Have you
db.
done migration?
Yes, migration is done.
What is
Migration I have done.
different between parallel? What is different between upgrade and migration of databases?
Upgrade means upgrade we have to done whatever version available. So in place upgrade, there are two, means we can do in place upgrade and side by side upgrade as well. Means if user, we can take whole instance to the another server, and then means with the upgraded version, that is
Mm-hmm.
also there, and we can directly run the upgrade on the uh, available instance. So these two, and migration means migrating the whole server. Means suppose the server is not good, box is not good, so we user has asked us to migrate us to the different server. So that is the migration.
Okay.
Hmm.
Backup. Yeah. What is different in full and bulk log recovery model?
Full bulk log recovery model both act same when there is no bulk operation is going on. So point in time is recovery possible in both when there is no bulk log, means bulk operation is going. And bulk log is only the difference that when there is a bulk operation is going on, that time it only log the minimal transaction. So that time point in time is not possible.
Okay. Then it's gone. The string here. What is different between hot fixes and service pack?
Hot fix means like it is very it keeps it keeps update very small updates like but service pack it is a like it gives the all package of the updates. So while applying after applying hotfix means maybe we can if like restart is not required to affect, but for the service pack it is restart is required for that.
What is redo queue in always on? And how would you like to find that and resolve that issue?
Redo queue.
Yeah. Have you monitored always on?
Yes, yeah.
There is a DMP for monitoring replication of that. So in that there is a column that redo queue that is increasing. So what will be approach to reduce that queue?
Redo queue means whatever the transaction is like uh, from the primary it is sending to the secondary, but it is not getting applied to the secondary.
Yeah.
So for that means it will like we have to check till which LSN it is got it is applied to the secondary. So there is a the DMVs from the where we can check that what is the last LSN last transaction goes to the secondary. So after that too, basically this issue comes when like there is a disk IO issue or a network issue between primary and secondary. Means primary is sending but secondary is not applying. So maybe there is a network issue, or like there is any resource is less on the secondary, or sometimes secondary like two databases only get added into the AG, but other databases are used for another application. So that is consuming high resources. So for that there is any if there is any blocking or any deadlock on secondary, so that time it will not apply to the secondary server.
Okay. Have you worked on data designing?
Data designing, I did not get chance to work from the scratch, but very few means uh, create this table with this and means yeah from scratch I have not worked on. Did not get chance to from it. But yes, if I'll get chance, then definitely I will like do good.
Okay. What are different type of schema?
Schemas,
Yeah.
different type of schema. Not sure. One is the default schema is DBO, and then we can create a schema with like what rights we can give. Or yeah, this also comes into the schema only, DB, DD, back data
That is
reader,
that
data
SQL
writer,
Server schema you are saying. No? That, yeah, I'm saying the
SQL Server.
designing in designing. A Snowflake schema, star schema. Have you heard that?
No, 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 no.
This is a part of designing. So just
Okay.
work on that. Okay. Okay. Backup and recovery score. Okay. That's it from my side. You have any question?
Uh, question means how
Yeah, technically, what if you want any questions that you are not sure about that, other than question that you are not able to find the answer of that question.
Mhm.
I hope to try answer at your question.
Yes, right. Yeah. Means a few things I not aware like schema and the content database and all those. I
Yeah.
will read about all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, as per experience, you should know because you are working as a L2 level DBA.
Mm-hmm.
So I think so. And the counters which have a SQL server that will you keep in mind for monitoring point of view for performance tuning as well.
Yeah. Right. Yes. Uh,
Okay. Okay. Sakti, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you
Thank,
very much.
thank
Yeah.
you for your time. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.